Morning, everybody.
It's Jess.
And it's Nick. And this is Jess and Nick in the morning. And as you know, we are on almost every Tuesday. So today is Tuesday, October 20th. We're really happy to be here. This is a particularly exciting show. I'm not going to spoil the surprise off the bat, but this is a show that we have been waiting a very long time to be able to do. And we pulled it off, and it was fantastic, and you'll see. So let's get right into our show today. Jess.
Yeah, me. Don't go over me. Because I have a very important question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
You have to talk to us about this special day. I guess it's not really a question, but it's your anniversary, your High Hope anniversary.
That's true. Yeah. So I am celebrating my 5-year anniversary at High Hope.
Woohoo!
Just happened the other day. I cannot believe that it has been 5 years. It has absolutely flown by. I'd never stayed at a place that long before that.
Yeah.
Definitely part of that sort of millennial generation that like hops around. But, I've just had such a blast at High Hope that I've stuck around.
Yeah. So how did you get started at High Hope?
So it's kind of a funny-ish story, but I had applied at one point, and I think it came down to me and another woman, and they ultimately went with that woman. And so I went on and I worked down at the Capitol for a while, but work at the Capitol is only when the legislature is in session, so I would be off for part of the year. And during the part of the year when I was off, I was up in North Georgia staying in a seedy little hotel because I had to wake up the next morning at like 2 a.m. to get to the starting line for a 50-mile race. It was called the Georgia Jewel. And as I'm getting ready to go to bed, cell phone rings, and it's Susan, and she's like, "Hey, it's Susan from High Hope. Do you remember me?" And she said, "Are you still maybe interested in this job?" And I thought, "Yeah, I'm not working right now. Let's do it." So I honestly think it was probably this was maybe on a Friday or Saturday, and I think it was that next Monday that I went in for my interview and started about a week later. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was lightning quick, and it was really amazing that I was still available and that the job came up.
Yeah. Oh. So I can't say a favorite memory, but do you have some, or does one stick out to you?
Yeah, so I mean there's a ton.
I know.
From the biggest thing to the smallest things. Every party we've ever had, the holidays are always great. So I was thinking about this on my run this morning, and funny that we keep bringing up running. But one that stuck out was really early on when I was there. We were looking up sort of the random holidays like you and I have a tendency to do, and discovered that it was National Hug Day. And so we got not everyone, but we got a large group together, including Susan, I think, and my predecessor, Shannon, and did a massive group hug. We got a picture of, and so there's this big picture of like everyone in the cafetorium hugging each other, and everyone's so happy. And it was just like this nice sort of like, hey, it's National Hug Day. Let's do like a big group hug. Something like that. Another one that just has always stuck out to me is a couple years ago, I broke my ankle and had ankle surgery. And when I came back, I was on this, basically this peg leg kind of walking device, crutches for a while as well. And there's this guy, Howard, who checks in with me multiple times a day, and we talk about his birthday and about Santa Claus. And and he gets upset when I'm out, when I'm not there. So when I go on vacation, he gets kind of concerned. So I was out for a while when I had this surgery, and when I came back, he was over the moon that I was back, but he was also really concerned. He could tell that I had been hurt. And so for probably a week, he would sit in a chair behind me in my office and would not leave my side. He was determined to make sure that I wasn't going anywhere. And if I got up to do anything, he would basically be there to assist me. If I needed, if he saw I was about to go through a doorway, he would go up, move up ahead and open the door for me. Or if I had to carry something to my car, he would try and carry it to my car for me. And it was really interesting because it was during this process that I got to understand the words that he understood and really learn that he's a lot smarter than I think I'd ever given him credit for, because we'd only had those two subject matters to discuss, but really learned that he's a really smart guy, and that he understands a lot of what I'm saying. And so it really helped our relationship grow. So that's also just a cherished memory for me.
I love that. He's so helpful. Like, he loves to help people.
Yeah, that's the big thing for him, is that if he's having a rough day, just, get him to help you with what you're working on, and he's great.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of anniversaries, you have one coming up here.
Yep. On the 22nd, 2 years. Only 2 years. I know.
And how that's flown by.
I know.
Feel like it's back when you started.
I know.
All right. So there's also a story. There's a story here that we've shared on the show before, but why don't you give a brief reminder?
Yeah, I'm going to do a brief one. Quite the story. So me and my husband lived in Statesboro, and he was transferred to Atlanta for his job. And I wasn't quite sure like what I was interested in career-wise, so I told him that I was going to not find a career right away and volunteer at High Hope. And he was like, okay, yep, for how long? What are you doing? And I said, well, I don't know. I just have this feeling that like I just need to spend some time at High Hope. And so I started volunteering, and Nick was, the community engagement coordinator at the time. And I think I asked you about 18,000 questions every time I was there.
There was so many questions.
Yeah, you're probably like, what is going on? But I was just so interested. Like, I just wanted to like know and learn, and gosh, I had such a great time. And so he couldn't get rid of me. And one day Nick was like, hey, you want my job? And I was like, absolutely, I want your job. Like, I don't even think I asked you where you were going.
No, you did. It was.
Oh, did I?
Because I remember it was funny because I think I said, hey, let's go outside real quick and have a chat. And you were like, oh, okay. And then you say, you did. You were like, wait,
okay.
Where are you going?
Who am I going to ask all my questions to? Yeah, and so I was so excited, and I, walked out just bawling, called my mom. My mom was like, why are you crying? I thought you were volunteering. And I told her the great news, and it was such a good day.
Yeah, no, it was, I didn't know that you had gone out and broke into tears, but I thought it was pretty funny. And also, it wasn't really willy-nilly that I picked you. You've been volunteering with us, and we have hired volunteers on in the past.
Catherine,
because I think it's a great way, it's a great, you already know the population, you already have relationships, our staff already, and I just could see your personality in that role so well, that it was kind of a no-brainer for me. When you knew that the position was going to open up, I said, I think we should hire Jessica. So yeah, great stuff. And you, any favorite memories?
I was thinking about this morning, and I was like, what is my favorite memory? Like, there's so many. And then I walked into, I call it my vanity room. It's where I get ready. And there's a little, a painting that the individuals, when I was getting married, they did a surprise little party for me, where in the cooking class they had made cupcakes and they decorated it, and they had a beautiful table decorated, and they had all put their thumbprint on this like tree, and I have it where I get ready, so every day I see it, and I was like, there it is. Like, that's, that was so sweet, and it was so nice to party with them, and
There were so many people from High Hope at your wedding. I felt
I
like
know.
I was at like a work retreat.
I know. Probably. You were the officiant. So.
Well, yeah, that's true. Awesome. Well, I love that. I didn't know that they've done that. So that's fantastic. That's really cool.
It was so sweet.
All right. So we're at the time in our show when we normally do special guests. And so this one's a little bit different because we had to pre-record it. But I'm going to play the recording, and this is the surprise.
Yeah.
So I guess without further ado, I'm gonna bring it up and let y'all be amazed because this is awesome. That is our mini boardroom at High Hope, and here we go. All right, so this is the moment we have been waiting 8 months for. It is the first time that we are able to have in person one of the individuals here at High Hope on the Jess and Nick in the Morning show.
Woo!
And as you'll notice, we're wearing our face masks. Just make sure that everyone in this room stays safe. We're also in a confined space, place that we can clean rather easily. So anyway, I can't believe that we're actually at this moment. We reopened at the time that this is showing last week, so we've got a couple days. And I have two really special guests. The first one Marquis Slide, he's been on the show before. But the really, really special guest right here is Jim. Jim, what has life been like for you these last couple of months? What have you been doing at home?
Well, we had gotten Jesse and Zach married.
Oh,
so
wow.
They did fine. We ate there, we took pictures, we did everything and so forth, and danced and all like that.
Yeah.
And it was storming and raining out there, but I'm not gonna put up with that stuff.
Yeah, no one wants to put up with it. Jim, what did you do for fun?
Oh, what do we do for fun?
Did you watch a lot of movies or?
No, I was watching something. I don't know what it was.
Well, we're all watching a lot of stuff.
I
We
know.
should remember.
It's a blur.
All right. Jess.
Yeah. So, how has the reopening been?
Fine.
Yeah? Good to be back?
I don't mind.
Yeah, Marquis, how's it been?
Yeah.
Your observations.
It's been awesome. I was a little anxious initially to returning, but it's been fantastic. The individuals have been ecstatic just to get back to an environment that was normal for them.
Right.
And on top of that, to see their peers as well as staff, it's been a great time so far. Still remaining safe, still a great time. So, yeah.
Okay. And has it been difficult to adjust to the new policies and procedures? Are folks pretty much going with the flow?
Surprisingly, it's been smooth sailing. We haven't had any difficulties. Individuals are understanding the process. We're consistently going over the processes that they understand regarding COVID-19 and what we need to do to protect ourselves and others. So it's been a great time. Jen, what do you think?
Like he said, I had a great time around here when I was here a long time ago. So,
What about now?
I'm here and I'm feeling a little happy.
Happy.
Yeah.
So it's okay to wear a mask. You don't mind doing that, and washing your hands and all that.
Because mask is fine, but how can I put it this way? It just doesn't realize that my doesn't want to stay on my nose.
Yeah, it doesn't want to stay on.
But otherwise, I like this place.
Yeah. So do you think we did a pretty good job setting everything up for people to come back?
Oh, yeah. You guys deserve 100%.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
folks, you've heard it from
You
the
heard it.
100%. Really want to thank you guys for taking a little time with us today, and I know that I think our viewers are it's gonna be a real treat to see us up in action.
In the building.
All right, thank you. All right, big surprise.
So fun.
We have been talking about getting one of our individuals on the show for forever, like since we first started.
Really, honestly.
And Jim had actually been one of the first people I had thought about maybe trying to get on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you heard it from him. We get 100% for the modifications to the center. I can tell you that was my first time working at the center with individuals there. And I mean, Marquise wasn't lying. They really are. I mean, people are really spaced out.
For sure.
There's, 5 people in a room. They're sitting at those round tables and observing social distancing. They've adapted to the new way that they do lunches. So yeah, I mean, it really, I saw people consistently using the hand sanitizer, getting their temperatures checked when they came in. I think, the smart thing that High Hope's leadership did, the smart thing, which was to do a phased reopening, to bring back a small number of people, to get folks accustomed to how it needs to be, and then bring new folks in and get them accustomed. It also makes it much easier for our staff to get used to the new ways that we do things. So
honestly, I'm not surprised that they're adapting so well, because I mean, they never complain. They just go with the flow and they're awesome.
yeah, no, that's true. And also, we have great staff at High Hope.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who I think it was absolutely not a problem for them to immediately absorb these new policies and procedures and make them the norm. So
and make sure that everyone's comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. The biggest thing for me is that everything smells like that lemon cleaning solution.
I love it.
There's this like very bright lemony scent. You can tell that our cleaning staff are in like overdrive. It has never smelled so clean in all the years, the 5 years that I have been there. It's like sparkling.
For sure.
Yeah, great job to the staff and to the individuals for a really successful reopening. And big thanks to Jim and Marquise for being our first interviewees of individuals at High Hope. That was a ton of fun. Okay, so really want to thank everyone who participated in the raffle last week. We thought it was a super success, raised some good money. People got some awesome prizes. If you haven't had a chance to get your prize yet, just get in touch with us and we will figure out a way. We can either bring it to you, you can pick it up in the parking lot from us, or we could meet at some central location. So now let's thank our donors.
Yes.
All right. So the first person we want to thank is Brian Carmody. Thank you so much for your donation, Brian.
And Nick Bicknell.
Thank you, Nick. Nice first name. Paula Crone, thank you for participating in our raffle. And I also know that you were the winner of the Fiesta basket.
Yes. And Todd Bass.
All right. I want to thank Trish Boyles, who is a member of our Giving Society, and she does that in honor of James Poviak.
And Scott Griggs, he was also a raffle winner. Thank you for participating in our raffle.
Yeah, Scott won the IP Casino basket. Nice one. I want to thank Pierce Skinner for his donation. Thank you so much.
And Todd Pearson.
We also want to thank the Scott Hudgens Family Foundation for their lovely donation.
Carl Collins.
We want to thank Mr. John Cochran.
And we have Perimeter Church here. Thank you, Perimeter Church.
Perimeter Church supports us in a ton of ways.
Absolutely.
Volunteerism, monthly donations, so thank you so much. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Jim Everly. We really appreciate you, sir. All right. So thank you, all of you who have been supporting us since the last time we aired this show.
For sure. And I just want to remind you guys, if you haven't already, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Our handle for all three of those is @HighHopeCenter. And if you can, share the video.
Yep. And if you are willing and able, please make a donation. You can make an easy online donation. Just go to highhopecenter.org/donate. Or if you want to make a donation, an in-kind donation of cleaning supplies or PPE, which a lot of people have been doing lately, just get in touch with me or Jessica. And that's Jay Cummins and N Reynolds at highhopecenter.org. And we'll coordinate a time to either pick it up from you or we can do a drop off at the center. So again, thank you to everyone who's still watching this. We fully intend to keep doing this after we reopen. This is just like the best part of our week. And we'll see you almost every Tuesday going forward. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye.